when we pivot, we almost start thinking that age is not on the side.
We have a major fear of societal pressure and judgment that, oh, I have to be with my child all the time because you are catering to so many people's needs, but who's catering to your needs?
What we normally ignore as women is also the mental health that we to really protect and really guard ourselves with, but we don't know how to. Is there something in this theme of second act, and especially women, that you have written and you want to share today?
That love seems dramatic, emotions traumatic, and feelings feel fanatic.
I think that's what I would say women are known for. That we can still make it possible when we've decided we need to, and it's important for us.
इस देश में एक औरत होना यानी कि एक क्षत्रिय हूँ जो अपनी जिंदगी से लड़े अपनी जिंदगी के लिए.
Hello, everybody, and I'm Archana, founder for Second Act, and you're listening to Discover Your Second Act Podcast, where we bring the stories of courage, reinvention, and the art of starting all over. Second Act was born the day I walked away after 28 years of my corporate career to design spaces for women to discover what's possible, proving it's never too late to begin again. Through the curated interventions like workshops, retreats, coaching, and this podcast, I have one intention: to literally help women wake up. And my word is jago, urging women to wake up so that they are not just getting stuck to the first act of their life forever. Today, our very special guest is Pavleen Gujral, who has already lived multiple lives. I'm very excited to have her with us here. She's a model, actor, host, spoken word artist, health coach, qualified lawyer, and of course, reinvented herself many, many times. She's known for Angry Indian Goddesses. And of course, some web series like Made in Heaven and City of Dream are some of the things that she has under her foray. So, Pavleen, welcome to the Second Act Podcast. And I'm really glad that you could make it despite whatever is going on in your life right now. And I think that's what I would say women are known for. That we can still make it possible when we've decided we need to, and it's important for us. So I'm very grateful to have you, and I know that this was something that you really had to make do and make it possible. So welcome, and I'm very grateful again.
Thank you so much, Archana, for having me. Despite of the multiple changes, I'm glad that we are doing this right now.
Yeah, Pavleen. So today, as I had spoken earlier to you, Second Act is that space where we want stories of women who have not just understood that there is only one way to live, the way that we are given, like as a legacy, that, you have to get married, you have to have children, then you have to care about those children, you have to live in a married life throughout, you don't have to do too much on your ambition front. And I think most women lead that life and they're okay with it until a point when something really shakes them. And I know that, we all are under a lot of, what did I say, the normalization of life that women go through. And I know that you have really pushed that boundary. I want to understand from you a little bit about your life. And I'm sure things have not been easy, but tell us a little background from where you come and, how you have become the person that you've become today.
Contrary to what my life is today, I belong to a very strict family where entertainment was never an option as a profession. Acting was looked down upon, and you could only become like a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer. And I'm not anything. Then you get married and have kids, and that was the typical, like a lot of households in Delhi. Unfortunately, I was always a very creative person. Even in school and colleges, I used to indulge in theater. I used to do plays as an actor or backstage. Anything to do with the performing arts, I was very happy doing it. Anything to do with the stage, I was very happy doing it. That was my happy place. Um, but then I never pursued it as a career. I went to Hansraj and I did my computer science honors. I was a honor student. And then I went on to do law from Campus Law Center in Delhi only. I did my LLB. And then I typically got married and everything and had a child after 6 years. But I got married very early at the age of 24. And at that time, you don't really know what you want from life, especially if you have a very protected childhood. You don't know what
Yeah,
works for you because you've
absolutely.
not seen enough. So at 24, when I got married, yeah, the tick boxes were there, good family, guy with decent age, decent looking, whatever. My ex-husband was actually quite accommodating and he understood my hunger for creativity and I want to, express myself creatively more than anything. So I started modeling and he's the one who encouraged it. So I
Okay.
was a model for 6 years with Elite. Elite was had its presence in India at that time. I did all the fashion weeks, major designers and all of that. And then um, I did my first show as a anchor called Band Baja Buffet on Food. And we did 2 seasons of it. It did very, very well. In fact, people recognize me today because of that series. Sometimes they recognize me, oh, you were the one who did that food show. Like, wow, that
uh,
ages ago.
uh,
So then I did that, and then my film released, Angry and Goddesses. That happened. Then in 2020, I think we both realized that we have really grown apart, and different experiences have changed us as people, and we were really not essentially how we were when we got married, and we decided to separate ways. And it was not amicable, but it's amicable now. It just takes time, when there's so much attached to the relationship.
mm,
And then 2020 onwards is when I reinvented myself, so to speak. I was like, I've got to get out of this rut of just being a divorced woman who's depressed. I did not want to do that because I honestly thought it's really not a big deal. I mean, it's better to end a relationship than carry on a bad one. The anchoring thing happened, and then I did Sukhi, which was a big hit. And now the spoken word has started. So things are just coming to me very organically. And I'm just accepting the universe as and when whatever it brings to me. I've just become much more open to ideas than I was because I meet so many people, I meet so many ideas. So I'm like, the world is my oyster, and there's no such thing as age, and I can do whatever I want at any age I want. So,
oh, I think
yeah.
I'm so glad you speak about age. And from that, I want to ask you, of course, especially women, I work with a lot of women and do a lot of coaching around it. But most women who connect are the ones who are typically entering the early 40s to, late 40s or late 30s onwards. At least they start feeling, okay, what are they really meant to do? Why are they still stuck in like things that are given to them, and why are they not able to like do something that they truly deserve? So
Hmm.
and then when we pivot, all right, we almost start thinking that age is not on the side. And you being a
Yeah.
health coach as well, and I really admire women who really focus on their health holistically. uh,
Right.
of course, age becomes just a number, but to get to that place also, it's not that easy. I mean, because we put ourselves last on everything. So also
Yeah.
health is not a priority for most of us. So what is your take on it and how did you really get into something on the health side or the fitness side? And what really helped you pivot?
I mean, you'll be surprised to know, but I have to give credit to my ex-husband for the health thing because he's fully into health, and I was not into workout and fitness when I got married. But yeah, I have accepted it as a lifestyle because I've realized if you have health on your side, you can achieve anything. Honestly, Archana, the thing is that women in India, they are looking for constant support. They're like, अच्छा ये ऐसा हो जाएगा तो मैं ये कर सकती हूँ, वो ऐसा करेगा मुझे टाइम देगा तो मैं ये कर सकती हूँ, क्या
Yes.
जरूरत है, इतना टाइम बनाओ ना. And we have a major fear of societal pressure and judgment that, oh, I have to be with my child all the time and not go to the gym or not go for a meeting or not travel because what will my child do? Your child will be fine. Your child is, if with your parents, she's not in immediate danger. She's just watching TV. She's not, she's nothing is wrong with her.
Yeah.
So that's how I outsourced all the things which I was not able to do effectively.
Hmm.
Women need to start outsourcing. Like men outsource taking care of their household to women. They've been doing that for centuries.
Yes.
We can outsource the same now. We are capable of earning. We can outsource. We can hire a maid. We can hire a driver. We can hire somebody to watch our children. So I don't think that we should switch responsibilities. We are so capable now of outsourcing the responsibilities which we are not able to do, which can be done by anybody else effectively also.
Hmm.
So then, I just stopped caring about what people are saying around me. And I got a lot of flack because I was a single mom. I had complete custody.
Yeah.
So I was finding it very hard for 4 years of constantly traveling, working, and taking care of her studies and whatever. I didn't teach her at all. I had a tutor because I was like, I have to do the same thing. A tutor will probably teach her better. I don't have the time and I don't want her to suffer. So I outsourced. I got a lot of flack, but I didn't care.
Hmm.
Even when I put her to hostel, I got a lot of flack. How can you send her? Think about her emotions. And she's a much happier child today than she was earlier.
Sure.
Because she would constantly want my attention and my time, and I was not able to give it.
Okay.
Now, when I'm with her, I'm completely with her. Because now I know I have that small little time and she is enjoying her hostel like anything. So I think, Archana, we need to stop caring about what people will say or
Tell
think.
me something when you got things are not going right, Pavleen, and there were things after you got married till the time you separated, and even after separation, you are not in the right state of mind, and that time to focus on health because there are so many other issues going on is not something that comes. It's a lot of effort required. It's a lot of push required, and I've seen it during COVID myself. That when things were not happening the way that I had perceived life, I just couldn't even get down to doing my daily yoga practices, which I was so like, particular about. Things were shaking around, and then health became like, oh my God, like I don't have it in me right now. So, do you also feel, or did you feel that phase coming to your life, and how did you actually get out of it?
I was always a fat child. I was 20 kilos heavier than this when I was growing up. My puberty was terrible because I was always a fat child and I'm very tall. So it was like an added disadvantage. And when I lost all that weight, I felt so good about myself, Archana, that I didn't want to let that feeling go. There's something very interesting that Victoria Beckham said. Nothing tastes as good as being thin feels or being fit feels. She called me thin,
Fit.
I would rather call it fit.
Right.
Nothing tastes as good. So when I'm having that extra helping, and it's not like I don't cheat or anything. I eat whatever I want, but I burn it off because I've realized the where it has gotten me at this age. If I'm reinventing myself and adding a new feather to my hat, and people are accepting it, it is because I've taken care of my health and I don't look the way I look, and I look much younger, and I'm fit, and I'm able to do all the things that I intended to do. My age or my health are not stopping me at all. So then why not continue doing it? I think that what one needs to do when it gets a little difficult is that you remember the times when you were at your healthiest and fittest best, or when you felt like you looked your best, and the things that happened around. Being comfortable in your skin also helps you manifest things better because you believe in yourself more that I look great, I feel great, and good things are going to happen. वो manifestation, positive manifestation अपने आप आ जाती है. So I feel like I don't want to let go of that feeling of not looking healthy of it. I don't want to feel unhealthy at all.
No, so I was wondering, that there could be some essential things that women must do. So, what is that one message on their health that you feel that they must do?
Wake up early and do the health thing first before everybody wakes up. Get that out of the way.
Hmm.
Don't postpone it towards the end of the day. Wake up early, wake up an hour early, and do like an hour of workout or yoga or meditation. Give that 1 hour to yourself. You have to give yourself time in a day. Otherwise, it will not work out. You will break because you are catering to so many people's needs, but who's catering to your needs?
Hmm.
Only you can cater to your needs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think women need to stop relying on other people because traditionally our society is such that men can rely on us. अब वो आदमियों की भी गलती नहीं है, अब ऐसे ही हुआ है, क्या करें? So now we need to make time for ourselves. So I'll give you a good example. Like the Kardashian family, I think they are setting standards when it comes to women. They
Hmm.
wake up at bloody 4 a.m., 5 a.m. They do their workouts. They all do this age. They are starting businesses at 40 and killing it. It's because they prioritize their health first thing in the morning. So I would advise not to delay towards the end of the day. That should be the first thing you do. Do 10 minutes of meditation, do 10 minutes of stretching, do 10 minutes of yoga, do half an hour of a workout. 1 hour is nothing in a day if you look at it.
Hmm.
That's all you need to do, nothing else.
Yeah. Okay, tell me something that focusing on one health is one thing physically. What have you done to really
Hmm.
focus on your mental health? What helped you during your time of like transitioning from marriage onwards, or even before in any turbulent times? How have you protected your mental health?
So I did a couple of things. My first escape was towards God. I prayed a lot. And I am not very specifically religious person, but it just do believe in a superpower, and I believe that you should preach to a higher power and not just to yourself. Like you should have belief in yourself, but there should be another physical entity that you bow down to.
Hmm.
I bowed down immensely, and I asked for forgiveness, and I asked for help, and I asked for strength, and that really helped. And plus, Archana, I made my circle very small. I included only those people whom I know are going to help me. They are not going to judge me. They are going to be accommodating. And I just eliminated a lot of people from my life,
Hmm.
uh, be it friends, relatives, especially. I wanted to heal myself completely before I exposed myself to the world. बट वर्क का क्या होता है ना कि आपके दो पहलू होते हैं काम पे आप घर पे जो भी हो रहा हो काम पे यू आर प्रोफेशनल so I kept very professional when it comes to work and my work had become my world. I made it like that and I kept my personal world very very small.
Got it.
That really helped me. I just was away from any kind of opinion, any kind of suggestion which is coming from a good place maybe, but if you know that person has not been through what I've been through,
Hmm.
then your suggestion is I'm not really able to understand it or even value it.
Tell me something from one thing from your life that people should know, which can provide value to their own life, and especially when I'm talking about women here. What is the one thing
Hmm.
or a couple of things that you must share, so that people are able to take away if they are struggling in the same situations?
I think what women need to do is that if you want to make a major change in your life and if you weighed the options and if you yourself are convinced, do it now, do it today.
Mm.
Don't wait for anything else, anything or anything worse to happen. Do it now. And just be content. Kuch nahi hoga. You will be fine. See, that is what is happening these days. You know, people are not falling in love. People are getting so scared of heartbreak. It's like because people are so comfortable in having their own schedule and having their friends and not even experimenting with feelings. कि वो they are not taking the plunge. And similarly with women, they are not taking the plunge. हो जाएगा कर लेंगे manage कर लेंगे. It'll only get worse.
Mm.
And there is light at the end of the tunnel. You will be able to sort it out. As long as there is no health hazard that is affecting you. कोई आपके physically अगर आपकी life को कोई चीज रोक नहीं रही है ना, तो emotionally तो आप उनसे बहुत easily deal कर सकते हैं. Just make your mind stronger.
Mm.
Stop worrying about opinions. Value your opinion. Value yourself before everybody else. That's the biggest issue. Women undermine themselves so much. कि नहीं मैं तो बिल्कुल important नहीं हूँ मेरे को if I feel like this how does it matter matters the most you value your opinion the most and you'll fly it. That's what I have done.
Yeah, but like I'm sure that it wasn't easy and we are not born with it. So, what really nudged you? I mean, or shook you, and how did you really come out of it?
I actually I think about it now, Archana, those that initial 6 to 8 months fresh off my separation, I was at my optimum best
Really?
because I was great under pressure. I was in so much pressure, but I was so determined to make it work because finally I was at a point where I felt like, okay, now I don't want to rely on anyone. I don't want to rely on my ex-husband, don't want to rely on my dad. Nobody, I want to rely on myself.
Hmm.
हो गया इतने साल कर लिया somebody's daughter, somebody's wife. Why somebody? Yaar? I want to be my own person.
Hmm.
That I think I was just tired of not being my own strong individual. I wanted to create my own world, which is exactly the words I will put it. I wanted to create my own world,
And
my own
tell me,
friends.
was there anything, because this is a very important question for most of us, what's your relationship with money? Um,
So,
you,
my relationship with money now is very comfortable. Um, and I do feel like every woman needs to be financially independent. Even if your lifestyle is being supported by your husband, you need to have something that is your own. And I have also realized this, Archana, that women are wiser than with money than men are.
mm,
Because obviously, culturally, we are used to taking care of the house. We know how to save money. हम इतनी सारी चीजें कर रहे हैं, स्टाफ संभाल रहे हैं, सब कुछ बच्चे संभाल रहे हैं. तो हमको पता है पैसे कैसे हैंडल करते हैं ना. I know women friends who are working, who are handling companies and all that. Women have a better relationship with money than men do.
mm,
Um, so
mm,
I feel like everyone needs to have her own money and needs to have investments. Even if you are relying on your husband for money, have your own investments, have mutual funds, have stocks, or do something. Keep
mm,
some money separate for yourself.
mm,
You never know
mm,
when you might. And this misconception I want to just correct.
mm,
The reason women are taking care of the house while men are making money. These
mm,
are just two separate responsibilities that they have.
mm,
Just because the men are making money does not make them better. Just because the women are taking care of the house does not make them better. This
mm,
is just a question of responsibilities that is age old, that has just happened for centuries. That's it.
mm,
These roles can stop anytime. It's not like the men are more capable of earning money or the women are more capable of taking care of the house. We can do either. And there are families in which this switches happen very comfortably. So
mm.
don't believe that you can't do that. You can very well do that. It's your choice
But
whether you want to.
also, not only about like financially being independent, but I'm sure that you playing different parts like an anchor, actor, fitness coach, whatever, in different roles. Of course, there is money to be earned. And
Yeah.
in the beginning of every entrepreneurship model, or even sitting in corporates and negotiating your own salaries, sometimes we don't ask what we truly deserve.
Yeah.
And this also comes from a lot of conditioning, right? Because we are not meant to be there. So, did you have to navigate something here, or were you always very confident about what you wanted and you got it?
No, I was not confident at all. When I started in 2020, again started, I was asking for much less money than I should have asked for. Today, I
Hmm.
asked for. And then, I did this film Sukhi and Kusha Kapila, who's also a friend. She said to me, she said,
Hmm.
Pavleen, मांगेगी नहीं तो तुझे मिलेगा नहीं. So,
Hmm.
I was like, "Man, if I don't ask for it, I will not get it." Then
Hmm.
I started asking for it. So this one line really stuck to me. So ये
Hmm.
conditioning है यार, women are not asking for what they truly deserve, and that will only you can only overcome that yourself. That
Hmm.
you are much more than what you think. Again वो self doubt का problem आ जाता है, self independence का,
Yeah.
self confidence.
Hmm.
If you believe in yourself, you will ask for more money and you will get more money.
Hmm.
So, but I think it's a gradual process because the conditioning is such. Na, I know very few women who are so confident that they're asking, and that has to do with parenting. The parents put so much confidence and so much respect towards that girl that she realizes that okay, I'm worth it, yeah.
Hmm.
But most of the Indian, at least our parents, are not. It's not their fault. Also, traditional parenting was like that only.
Hmm. I know.
It took me a little while to
How
understand that.
differently are you bringing up your daughter then?
She tells me off. Like how? Like she does not agree with anything. Mama, you don't know. And
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, I don't.
Hmm.
I apologize to her when I'm at fault. Quite often, I treat her with full respect.
Got
I
it.
don't boss her around just because she's my daughter. She's free to make her own choices. She's free to go wherever she wants to go. I'm not like कि यहाँ चलते हैं because मेरे friend का ये है वो है. I ask her, do you want to go? So I give her opinion maximum importance.
God,
So she also gives her opinion importance there.
I
So
know.
it's as
Learn. Lots
give
to
her.
learn from girls of today, I would say. They're very focused and they just know it, so it's so much
Yeah, they
great to be surrounded by them.
yeah, it's lovely. Like she does so many things better than I do it, and she's just 11. So
Yeah.
it's amazing to see.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah. Great. Now tell me something about, of course, Angry Indian Goddesses. I'm sure that that was a watershed moment for you. Tell us a little bit about this opportunity, of course, the film in itself, and of course, you pivoting from there on.
that just came like out of nowhere.
Okay.
I had done an ad with a casting director, and the casting director sent me for this meeting with Pannalin, the director. I went and met him. It was a 10-minute meeting, went on to become an hour-long meeting. He was asking me about my friends and what have you studied. And I found it really saying, why is he asking me these questions? You've grown up like a Delhi girl, you're always doubting. तो वो हो गया and I forgot about it. I didn't even ask. 2 महीने बाद they called me कि you've been chosen and it's an actors retreat and if all goes well then we'll make a movie. So it was not initially a movie. Cut to 1 month after, all of us girls were in Goa and we did workshops for 15 days and then we started shooting and it was a very guerrilla style shooting. We didn't know where the camera was and because of the workshops we were so into our characters that it came out very naturally. If you see the film, you can see that, we were so into our characters. We shot it and then I again forgot about it. And then I had my daughter. Then after a year, they were like, we are going to TIFF, we are going to Toronto International Film Festival, and we've been chosen. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
And yeah, it was amazing. And my daughter was 8 months then.
Oh.
But I went and she was at home. She was with my ex-husband. Went to TIFF, we won awards. Then went to Rome, we won awards. We went on a long 25-day Germany tour. The
Hmm.
whole time I was at home. But I had a time of my life. We went to 7 countries. We won so many awards. Angry and Goddesses got so much mileage. We did not anticipate it.
Wow.
Even in India, it released on Netflix, and we even went to the Ambani household. They did a screening of it. So
Hmm.
that's amazing.
So
So
amazing. And I
great things
also,
happen.
yeah, I also see that you're still very much friends with the cast of the
Yeah.
Angry Indian Goddesses. You are like a wholesome Sarah, Anushka, Rajshri, all of you. So I want to know,
Yeah.
where, friendships and women coming together is seen as competition. How do you keep it intact? And I would like to say, how is it this female friendship so important in your second act?
Female friendship has been very important from the very beginning. I think I am able to do the second act because of my female friends, because they have always encouraged me. So this unscripted is actually Rajshri pushing me for years.
Oh, wow.
That you doing, you write so well. Why are you not doing anything about it? And I'm like, whatever. She is the one who has coaxed me into it, and now, of course, she's very happy about it. But I think friendship in general, not just female friendship in general has been very, very instrumental in my life in getting over the hardships that I've endured. Or it's only my friends. I completely attribute my coming out of all the hurdles to my friendships. And my friendships are from AIG and from the time when I was like a school kid. So my school friendships and my AIG friendships are the ones that have really helped me realize my second act.
Great. That brings me to that question. What is your second act? It's a metaphor for many things. When you hear of this word, what does that bring to you?
Second act now is realizing my creative bent
Wow.
as an artist, but now it's time for me to create stories, which I have started doing with Unscripted. It is just something that was always within me. It was a way for me to get over my emotional issues. I feel like it is time for the world to see and hear them. So that's what my second act is going to be. And I'm going to elevate it to a level where every woman resonates with it, of every aspect of life, and how, if you put it into words, it just simplifies it, it makes it easier to understand the
God.
situation and hence the film.
So I'm a big fan of your unscripted, and I see that you put your very authentic words, very vulnerable words into it. And they say that, when creative people do something, it comes from their personal space. Um,
Mm.
is unscripted also coming from your personal space? Is that your motivator, or what are you trying to do with it?
It is, I don't put a lot of my personal life on social media, but unscripted is a peek into my social life. So this is like off the cuff, but every new reel that I put, every new piece that I write, it's something that I'm going through at that time. You may not be able to figure out what it exactly is, but something that I'm feeling.
Yes.
I feel like, everybody has these feelings through life. You get attached, you fall in love, you fall out of it, you get depressed, you get emotional, you feel the burden of the world. You feel all of these things, but then you feel happy, you feel content. So I feel all of these things and I write about it and it makes me experience those feelings even more deeply. So yeah, it is definitely a peek into my life and it is on personal experience. But then I am not very, I don't put it into like details. That will never happen.
Of course, and you shouldn't. I mean, you should discuss what you feel is right for you to bring it out. But at the same time, I want to know, is there something in this theme of second act, and especially women, that you have written and you want to share today?
Yes, I have actually. Let me read out something that I've not released as yet. It's going
Oh,
to release in a day or
beautiful.
two. This one is called Intezar.
Okay.
कभी कभी तो साल कम लगते हैं और कभी कुछ पल भी हम नहीं रुक पाते. दुनिया का दस्तूर कहता है कि सब्र का फल मीठा होता है, पर इस इंतजार की घड़ी की खटास का क्या करें जो इतनी कड़वाहट पैदा कर दे कि इंतहा का प्यार भी ना मिटा पाए.
Mm.
Some relationships are so sour that no amount of love seems enough after that. Then you start to go inward, you fix yourself, you heal yourself, and you get so good doing it that love seems dramatic,
Mm.
emotions traumatic, and feelings feel fanatic.
Beautiful.
I'm protecting myself, you tell yourself. Yeah, you are. From living, from falling, and then rising again. Because believe you me, the rise is incomparable to any peace you are trying to achieve. The elevation of life through love is something that takes you through a lifetime, keeps you centered, desired, important, and young. So love, live, and feel.
So beautiful. I would say
Thank you.
this really goes on to say that don't wait for time to happen, right? Rise when
Just
you
do
really.
it.
Mm.
Yeah, completely. Just go for it. If you're feeling something and you're sure about it, just go for it. Everything will be okay.
Yeah, I like the way that you put it. Everything will be okay. I wish most of us knew that by the end of it, it will all fall in place, but we have to take that first step to make it happen.
We
Absolutely
have.
right. Yeah.
This was something that I have not released, but I specifically wrote something for women
Oh, wonderful.
during Angry Indian Goddesses, which I released, but it released as part of unscripted, but it was actually written about 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
And I want to read that out because that's called Aurat.
Okay. Yeah. That's amazing. Go for
I
it.
think that the women will really love.
Yeah.
कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है ना जैसे कि आप जहां हैं वहां नहीं है, आप कहीं और हैं और उस कहीं और में भी आप खुद को नहीं पहचानते. यू आर लॉस्ट. आई यूज्ड टू फील लाइक दैट ऑल द टाइम, पर पिछले कुछ दिनों में समथिंग हैज चेंज्ड. आज मैं यहाँ हूँ तो मैं जानती हूँ कि मैं कहाँ हूँ, किसके लिए हूँ और क्यों हूँ, और जिसके लिए हूँ वो भी यहाँ है. सब यही है. पिछले कई सालों में कई जिंदगियां जी हैं मैंने, बस अपनी जिंदगी जीने का साहस नहीं, वक्त नहीं, क्योंकि उसके लिए लड़ना पड़ता है. इस देश में एक औरत होना यानी कि एक क्षत्रिय होना, जो अपनी जिंदगी से लड़े, अपनी जिंदगी के लिए. हम जीते हैं जीतने के लिए और हम हमेशा जीतते हैं.
So beautiful. Yeah, हम हमेशा जीतते हैं, उसके लिए बस लड़ना जरूरी
Ah,
है. लड़ना जरूरी है, गिव अप करना जरूरी नहीं है.
but we always win.
We cannot.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. So I have now
Hmm.
some rapid fire questions for you and see how well you can answer them. So if your
Sure.
life was a movie, what scene would mark the beginning of your second act?
Oh, wow. Okay. I think it probably will be in the scene in Queen when, she meets Rajkumar Rao when she's like fully pretty and all of that. And he's also like flabbergasted, ye kahan se aa gayi types. I think that would be the beginning of my second act. Like, what is this energy? What is this woman? It's like a force of nature. Yeah, that.
Okay. So what's your second act soundtrack? Looking like, or if you think of second act, what soundtrack comes to you?
Pari hu main.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So, give me one word for your own self in your second act.
Learner.
Beautiful. And tell me one thing you want to tell women about their second act.
I think the second act is just a progression of life. So don't fight it, let it flow.
Very beautiful. So, thanks, Pavleen. It's so amazing to be with you today and hear a little bit about your life. I'm sure that this is just the beginning of many chapters which are still unwritten, and some things that you're still discovering, many more second acts that are unfolding. So I wish you all the best in that. And I take this as a very special one with me, because what you do and what you speak and write is amazing. I think please continue, and it's really immersive. And I think lots of women need to see it, feel it, hear it. And with all your emotion and
Thank
intent, a big hug to you.
so much, Archana. It was an absolute pleasure, and I would be elated if this affects even one person. And I really hope that Unscripted brings about some change, and it has really helped me. And thank you so much for doing this, and I had an absolute blast.